look for poke, and it actually, yeah, and we're just going to round that out with Gilius going towards the volley bear, so another kind of safe tank on the front line to provide that space for the Jinx, which is pretty much all that this SK composition's built. There's going to be a flash trade, and suddenly the jungler's there, but Gilius trying to make the play boss.
Gonna go for it as I take a gulp of water, and they're gonna try and just push into it. There is no flash available for Mersa. He's got himself a hook though, so first blood goes over, and important for Misfits, they get a kill back onto Neon.
And the kill went
100 players to learn over 2 different leagues, but speaking of players, we're gonna see Treats just kind of stops and doesn't really go anywhere there as Neon gonna try and just kite this one out. Has got himself the Moonlight Vigil should he need it, but Mersa still not really out of this one yet. They're gonna get the resets on the Jezu as one goes down, but Zlatan goes back in. It's a trade of a jungler, but true, the ace in the hole. Now we can see where the real pressure comes from. This should be a dragon here for the side of SK with the amount of time and pressure they put in, but they found Mersa. Mersa does not have flash, he has nowhere to go, and they're gonna be able to give that one over to the Jinx. Zlatan though now in a lot of trouble as Certus has roamed all the way down. He thought about going over the wall, but he said he'd keep his flash. They got themselves a summoners and they got themselves a kill.
Yeah, Mersa did not need to be that far up at all. Gets caught out, and now SK can start up on these dragons. Video might be next in line. Just managed to hit Certus.
He gets him and goes straight in there with the ultimate as well. Gilius is here. He's going to jump down on top of him as well, but there's nowhere really for you to go. That was just so over-aggressive from
I'm not the biggest fan, right? I've seen him take it into these like super long-range compositions that deny SK any sort of engage, but Gen X actually, maybe?
Yeah, maybe going for it, but they're going to move back straight into mid as they go straight in underneath the tower. They find Certus, and he gets caught out by the igniting, ends up being taken down. So with the Rift Herald to mid, they get it, hear it. Still going 1v1, and still not really coming out on top of this one here, but it is still a positive move here from Misfits.
Much better for Misfits. We just said, hey, yeah, and I mean, it's just so much damage. There's nothing you can do. That combo is absolutely obnoxious.
Their best early game start was minus 600 gold. That's how they are the worst team at 15. Certus is going the long way around this. Does not want to be 1v5 right now. Does look like Misfits are going to be able to secure this one. Will the fight come out? There's a great solar flare as Street starts to go in. They even get the Super Mega Death Rocket out. But Gilius goes in. They did not get the steal. Gen X trying to go back on top of this. Certus goes in with the Shuriken flip. They get the exhaust down, but 2 kills going straight over to VTO as they try and make this one work. Will he get a third? Yes, he will. It's a triple kill, and he's hunting. He knows it can happen. They want to try and maybe give it to him. They are going to try and keep pushing in for the ace. VTO still on his triple kill. I don't know if he's going to get a penta though, as the rest of SK have scattered to the winds, but it's going to be a 100% one fight for Misfits at the Rift Herald.
Yeah, Gilius is trying to hide, but there's nowhere to go. Jezu, not even the hook, line, and the kill. 4 kills for VTO on the engage, and that is just such a, like, I want to give SK hope. I want to so badly. But every time, it's like they see the crack in the door and it just gets slammed on their nose.
Yeah, it does feel like every time.
Playing towards the strengths of their composition. Look at the vision control that they have in this bot side jungle as well of SK. They're pushing Gen X off of the bot wave. You still have that Rift Herald there.
Oh, they're going to go straight in as they know that Neon's in a little bit of trouble. They've got Gen X trying to get him with the cast, but he's got a cleanse and he's got a Gale Force, so he's going to be just fine, and it's looking like desperation right now from SK.
Merce is a hero on this Thresh. Like, honestly.
Support or something.
Who would have thunk it?
Prioritized by the best league in the world. I don't know.
With his team, and I think this is just nice of Misfits going, hey look, team fights we win, sideline, let's do it.
Gilius, you're by yourself, buddy. You can't do that. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, but good solo fighter started off. This could be decent, but they got to try and fill up this fight with damage. They've got 1 kill down. That's on the Aphelios. Jezu trying to run away, but he's just being jumped on. The face melters that we talked about, and it's going to be 3 more kills. Make it 4 for VTO.
I mean, VTO is on fire this game. You can shut down Neon, but you cannot quell the flame that this Yasuo has. And right now, Baron on the cards for Misfits. It has just been non-stop from this compositions from Misfits, though. Like, a lot of the times, like we kind of saw yesterday, right? We end up in the pseudo 1-3-1 comp that wants to start looking for picks in the enemy jungle, and it's kind of difficult to operate around that. But when we get into these straight-up team fights, Misfits just look good. They look so clean, and the combination that we're seeing between Zlatan and VTO is on point. Neon, although getting kind of butchered in that last fight, has been really right. Yeah. Like, once you got a cannon creep there, you just don't have the wave clear, and Misfits honestly can just look to dive you at how far ahead they are. So even though it's all nice and dandy, it's the Baron that's causing issues, and You can see here, right, Misfits already taken down that mid inhibitor. They've got a top wave here that they can look to go and sync up with. Right spot. You've already got this Yasuo with 3.5 items that is already tearing you.
Well, the short range of the comp from Misfits is hindering them in top side, but definitely not in bot. As here, it's just free hitting here. Zlatan playing Protector as Certis will go back, get himself regen on the health, and now you got to figure out what you want to do here. SK gonna flash in straight away. They're gonna TP onto Zlatan. This is it. This is your Hail Mary as they try and go for it. Jezu has to run away from the fight because he's so afraid, but he still gets the kill. But despite that, VTO comes in and goes, I can do 2 better. 2 kills to the Yasuo as they keep pushing forward. Jezu just doesn't have the same amount of damage, and VTO is feeling himself. He knows that this is a moment here for him as they back themselves up into 4v3. SK, do it now or never do it. You gotta try and push for it. They are gonna get Mersa, and that's another kill for Jinx. It's Jinx versus Yasuo as Neon nearly kills off Certis, but the Yasuo comes out on top. VTO with 3 kills in this extended fight. Probably gonna make it 4, and this is going to be as easy. Oh, hear it. That's not on. I mean, it's fine, but that's not on.
Yeah, how dare you here take 1 kill for yourself when the 11 kill Yasuo
I have played with enough
there.
Yasuos. Completely out of the fight. Thank you, observers, for highlighting that because I didn't even see it. Very hard when we're zoomed out to see that little bit of pixelation, but this was so close. SK just on a
success here is a little skewed.
What are you talking about?
But look, Misfits now putting themselves into play here. Gilius one more attempt.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for it, but Gilius has to jump straight back out. Certis trying to see if he can do something, but too far gone, nothing else to do. They'll even give a kill over to Mersa. Get him on the board with the Thresh, and they're going to keep going now, keep pushing into these turrets. Even Treats is just being taunted by Neon right now. Neon doesn't even want the kill. He's too much for him as they're going to eventually take him out. I will say VTO does die trying to get onto the fountain to kill off the Jinx, but at the end of it all, it is Misfits padding their stats. It is Misfits ending the first round robin with a positive win ratio, and it is Misfits doing it in absolutely fantastic style.
Nice way to bring out words to make them fit. But yes, I do agree.